Yo, what is up, loafers? This is Nanobread, and welcome back to another video of Stardew every day. Pet the cat! Okay, so first off, I'd just like to say I am sorry for the extended break that I took. Initially, if you guys remember, I only wanted to take Thanksgiving off and like that week, just so I can kind of reset, go see my family and everything. But once I came back from my break, I immediately got a job. It's both good and bad. I do like the job. I'm currently working at a boba place that is near me. The good part is that I really enjoy doing the work. It's nothing like hard or anything or complicated. It's pretty easy. It's kind of just like grunt work, you know? The bad part is that it is not full-time. It's part-time, so I think so far, ever since I started working there, I haven't really been scheduled like more than 20 hours a week, which is fine. I mean, I do get that I'm new and they needed to train me, but even after the fact, unless like I'm taking someone else's shift, I haven't really gone over 20. And again, I can't really complain because at this point, a job is a job. For someone that has to, you know, pay rent and all of their own bills, it does kind of suck to only work part-time. So I was thinking about also finding another job too, one that would work in the morning, just because I don't want to be unfair to the person that did hire me at the boba place. So I want to make sure that I can get a morning job so then I can do my regular closing shift at the boba place. One of the places I was considering applying for was USPS, just because they are a morning shift, so it'd be perfect. I was originally opposed to doing something like mail carrier, since I didn't want to do too much strenuous work. Also, cutscene, get out of here. I already know about Pierre being a cheapskate, and then Joja coming in and giving all these coupons, so it's better to go to Joja, blah blah blah. Honestly, it's bad to go to either person. But yeah, my mom, she's a mail carrier, and I don't think she'd be too happy with the fact that, you know, I have a degree and yet I'm still doing a job that she is able to do as an immigrant. So I know she won't be too happy about that. And honestly, like, I'm not exactly too happy if I'm a mail carrier too, but it would be a full-time job, and at this point in time of my life, I kind of just need to work. Most like finance jobs or math related jobs that like I've seen, a lot of them, they want you to have some sort of experience first, which in the grand scheme of things, it does suck that I didn't do any of that back in college, but we can only do so much about it now. So I kind of just have to roll the punches and make do with what I have. So if that means that maybe for like a year or two, I need to go to work, and then as much as I wouldn't like to, maybe I would need to go back to college and maybe do like grad school or something, then that's also a choice that I would have to make later on. While it was nice to, you know, relax and not have to worry about like recording or meeting any certain deadlines, I did miss it, you know. I don't record for like money or anything. It's not my job. As much as I wish it was, at least of right now, it's not my job. So this is kind of just a passion project of mine and something I just like to share with you guys and have fun with you guys here. So I feel like this is just something I've been missing, and I'm really glad that I can get back to it. Also, I know in my last video there was a comment, but I just think for this video it'd be nice, you know, if you guys just basically caught up with my life and how it's going now, since, you know, it's been, I think, 3 weeks since you guys have seen me. I really have been having a good time since my time away from YouTube and everything. I was able to pick up a manga that I've been meaning to read this entire time, but I never really found the motivation to do it until I guess I kind of had that sort of break. I started reading the Haikyuu manga, and I didn't know to what extent the manga left off from the shows and the movies, so I was a little disappointed that where I'm sure the manga leaves off in the anime, it's not that far, like, from the end of the actual manga, which kind of disappoints me. Like, I know generally that they do a time skip with Hinata when he's in Brazil or something, and then they do another time skip to when all of them are professionals playing in the Japanese volleyball league. But low-key, I really, really wished that they like showed off the second and third years of their high school. Now, yes, I know that it would be sort of repetitive, just it would be a new set of rookies, which could introduce some, like, I guess, spice to it. But the third years are gone, the second years are now the third years, and all the first years are now the second year players. And I really just feel like if they were to do it, that is really cool. That's what I want. But if they don't, I understand, because you are essentially just recycling it. And with those two, at least, like, time skip ideas, you get really different content from what we've been seeing. Now, I don't know anything else about the manga, so it very much could happen. But as far as I'm concerned, they don't show the second or third year at all, and they probably just mention it just because I have seen spoilers that, like, Yamaguchi is the captain of the team when he's a third year, so that's pretty cool to me, and that's like one of the things that I wish I can see in the manga, but who knows, again, if I'll actually be able to see that. Also, I never said what I was doing today. Well, as you've seen so far, I am buying crops so I can prepare for summer. Summer is special because it has a lot of crops that can continuously reproduce, so you don't need to buy more of them every time you harvest it. Now, it does mean that each individual crop that you get is worth less, but it's less work and less money to just like keep buying them. I know that there's like a whole like spreadsheet of like the cost benefits of each, but I think as long as it feels like it's saving me money, that's all that really matters. It's like in real life, you know. Another thing that I've been doing, I've been getting back into NBA 2K. I don't exactly remember like to what extent I've talked to you guys about that before. I know I mentioned that I wanted to do a series of it, but I've been playing it a little differently now. I do still play a little bit of my team because I think that collecting the cards is still fun, but I've also shifted towards playing my career. I was initially turned off to it because I found it very hard, and I thought that you really needed to spend money to be good at the game. And in some instances, that still is the case. The backstory games are still incredibly hard for being a bad player, but once I started to play in the actual league, and I started going around, doing the practices, meeting people, it's been a really good time. I think I'm a 69 overall. Nice. And I'm still like dominating at the center position. A build that I always like to play, I like to play a big man for the Warriors, just because that is something we've been missing for so long. Ever since pretty much Andrew Bogut, which was like 2016. I always try to make him at least a little tall, just because that's another thing with the Warriors. They currently at least don't have a player over 6'10", I believe. So I made my player 6'11", and I made him a beast both on the inside and, contrary to how I normally play, I made it so that he could actually shoot the ball. Normally, I would focus on going down low and be like a paint beast, but this time around, I kind of wanted to experiment with shooting, just because I initially struggled with shooting when I first picked up the game, and I kind of wanted to make it like my own personal mission to get better, to start greening more releases. And throughout my like I think 200 something hours I may or may not have in the game now, I've definitely gotten better at it. I'm not perfect by any means, but I am playing, I think, on like the easiest, quote unquote easiest setting to get green releases. It's the timing is on the push. It is high risk, high reward. So basically that means they expand the green window by a lot, but that also means that if you don't green the shot, you're pretty much not going to make it. But it's really been fun, and I'm glad that I gave it like another shot, because I think I honestly would have just spent this entire time playing this 2K game without touching the My Career if I just kept thinking that it would be like those throwback games. Now, in saying that, I also do want to reattempt those throwback games. As hard as they are to get 3 stars, especially when you're playing with a bunch of high schoolers that aren't good, so you can't get assists from them, but I digress. Oh, also speaking of future plans, since I most likely won't be going back to the Bay for Christmas, I'm gonna try to do it differently than how I did it for my Thanksgiving. I'm gonna keep trying to record videos even when it's the holiday, just because I think maybe taking a break from it also kind of made my motivation to record videos and do pretty much anything just lower. So I think having like this set schedule really helps. Plus, it lets me play games and it gives me a reason to do it, you know? Also, like around Christmas, I have a few Friendsmas planned. I'm really excited for that, especially since with some of them, I haven't seen them in a while. So it'd be cool to catch up with them, throw like a little white elephant party with a mix of like a potluck in it too. It's not gonna be anything big, which is good, because I like to keep like that social circle really close and tight knit. Plus, I'm having multiple Friendsmas's anyway, so the less money I have to spend, the better. But man, I really miss interacting with you guys. So if you guys are still watching my videos, please leave down in the comments like what you guys plan to do for Christmas, and just like how you guys been since like I've last seen you. I mean, 3 weeks has gone by, so if anything really notable has come up, please do share it down in the comments. And as always, like if you guys have anything that you want to say, or if you want me to talk about in the next video, please leave it down in the comments. I know it might be a little much to ask for, just like dropping dead for 3 weeks and then now all of a sudden I came back, but I really do hope that what we had can go back to what it was and even maybe get better, you know? I did notice that because I stopped posting, I stopped growing, which makes sense. You know, I'm a small creator and there's no real way for anyone to see me unless I'm personally advertising or I keep producing content that YouTube likes to see and will promote me because of it. For not fishing that much today, I did catch a decent amount of fish. I wonder how much money that's gonna make me. Definitely not enough to, you know, like recuperate the losses I had, but that's fine. Alright, and with that, we are done with another video of Stardew Every Day. I would just really like to say, like, welcome back guys, and thank you so much for tuning in and sticking with me, even with this break. If you guys like the video, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I wish you guys a good night, loafers.